Let's listen.
It's interesting to see how there's a certain element of the population who will just go for him. They're people we would probably never get. They don't share our values in terms of respect for the dignity and worth of every person and the rest.
Well, that is a very bold statement, considering these Trump supporters she's referring to make up a very big portion of Americans and an even larger portion of Americans who vote. And I'm sure we'll all remember her comments when it's time to go to the polls next November. Eric Shiner now joins me to react, director at MRC TV. Eric, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Monica.
I didn't think she could sound like more of an absolute idiot. But here we are. I mean, every week she just outdoes herself. What do you make of this?
I love hearing someone comment about the value others put on the dignity of human life. From someone who supported Planned Parenthood and abortion throughout her entire career. We know where Nancy Pelosi stands on valuing human lives. So, she has a record on it. I mean, when she left office, the PAC, the pro-abortion PAC, Emily's List, had a big gala for her, and they invited all these Democrats. They celebrated what she did for them. So, Nancy has a value for human life, and it's pretty much how much money it can go into her coffers. So she's trying to make herself relevant again, speaking out against Trump, slamming Trump supporters. I don't think it's really going to work. But I mean, this is what Nancy does. I think also in this interview she said Joe Biden is wise. So you have to take Nancy's opinions with a grain of salt. I don't understand why someone who shouts out "God save the Queen" at the end of a speech in the United States months after the Queen of England has passed is considered wise. But, this is Nancy Pelosi here. Anything to further a Democratic agenda.
College football coach Deion Sanders says reporters doubted his win recently. University of Colorado won college football against TCU. Can we check out what he recently had to say to reporters?
We do things that have never been done, and that makes people uncomfortable. When you see a confident black man sitting up here talking his talk, walking his walk, coaching 75% African Americans in the locker room, that's kind of threatening. Oh, they don't like that. But guess what? We're going to consistently do what we do, because I'm here and ain't going nowhere. And I'm about to get comfortable in a minute.
So Deion is responding because he was claiming that reporters doubted his ability to win because he's black. And I'm really disappointed with this because I think he knows way better than this. I think he knows, generally speaking, players usually don't end up making the best coaches. What do you make of this?
So, well, he has a lot to be proud of, first of all. I can understand him taking a shot at those that distracted him. His Colorado Buffaloes won, and they won pretty decisively. His son played well. That's fine. He thanked God for the win after the game. A lot of credit to Deion there. But then he brings in race, and you have to question why he's bringing race into this. The fact that he says, well, you doubted me because I have a lot of black players on my college team. There's a high percentage of black players on pretty much every college football team. So that angle doesn't really make a lot of sense. And as far as doubting Deion Sanders and thinking, he's brash because he's a black man, he's always been outspoken and brash. I mean, that's kind of the quality that I think a lot of people liked about Deion Sanders and enjoy watching him for. So to say that the skin color had anything to do with anybody doubting him, it was more to do with the fact that his team wasn't even ranked going into the game. So good for him in getting the victory. And also, he brought a lot of players in through the new player portal. I believe over 80 players were brought over in a short period of time. A lot of them did not have a lot of time to play together, a lot of experience playing together. So a lot of people doubted that through this new system and this complete rebuild of this team probably wasn't going to win. I don't think it had anything to do with his skin color or the skin color of players on the team.
Great analysis. Absolutely. It did not. And you bring up really great points there.